All right, this is just an original. I want to bang this one out real quick. It's just a thought I had. And I'm being serious. As I guess a lot of the things I point out or observation, I am serious. Like this would be something that would be of benefit to the Democrat Party, but at the same time, it exposes their failings or where they miss. But we had the topic of a Potemkin village come up. You know what a Potemkin village is? Potemkin. And this is a place in Russia, Soviet Russia. You know, the Democrats' favorite place, what they want to turn it into. And they do. They do. No, we don't. We just need more money. To make it look like communism was working, they created these fake villages where it was all pristine and all that. And they, you know, like the North Koreans, like they would tour you. Oh, you're from the West? Come here. Don't go over there to the Holodomor. No, don't go over there. Don't go over there where there's like a bunch of people starving. Oh, and certainly don't go to the Gulag, which I don't know if it was on an archipelago. I don't think so. Don't go to Siberia. Look at this over here. Would you be like, you come to the United States and you only tour, I don't know, the Hamptons or something like that. And what I started realizing is there is no effort on the Democrat Party to present their sell point. Here's what the Democrats have: free money, free other stuff paid for by other people's stuff, not your fault. That's it. But if you look at Democrat Party politics and policies, and this is particularly highlighted by Juan over in the Aztec Patriarch. He takes pictures of homeless people in San Francisco. You got a big PR disaster here, Democrats. Like every place that you have, like you just get free reign, you got people shitting in the streets. Detroit is bombed out. It's people are escaping. Oh, where else? Compton. I mean, you know, Seattle, Portland. It's a bunch of adult children that constantly protest and also feces in the street. And I'm kind of thinking, like, well, where's your selling point? Like, where's your little utopian example? And it never, because you cannot have an ideology, political or religious or otherwise, on laziness and parasitism and panhandling and wait for other people to come help you, and have an example, a trial run where it works. It just doesn't work that way. And I'm not even going to argue with like, oh, you just don't understand. We're going to tweet. No. When you pay people not to work, things don't get built or delivered or produced, and you all suffer. That's how simple it is. It's no more complicated than that. It's no more complicated. And so I don't think so. I think the addiction to free stuff and the false promises of a life of never having to work, that is so strong. Like heroin addicts, I mean, speaking of people feces in the street, heroin addicts don't care as long as they got that feeling. I would argue the feeling or the dream or the having the cake and eating it too idea of never having to work and having everything else paid for, and nothing's your fault. I think that feeling is more enjoyable to your average rank and file people than it is actual success in the real world. Because how else would you describe Detroit? Like, oh my God, when do you guys give up on the Democrats? You know, look at San Francisco, look at LA, look at New York City. Like, when do you throw in your towel? And about the closest not your political Democrats will get, but your rank and file Democrat people will get to admitting they're wrong is they'll move from New York to Florida or California to Nevada or anywhere not California. And they'll never admit that their politics were wrong. What caused all these places just become unlivable hellholes. But they know it sucks. And it's not good enough for them. So they're going to go, oh, do you Republicans or not Democrats have a nice, well, let's ruin it with our, and they got nothing else but the politics. They're going to ruin it with it. We need to change things. Well, why'd you move here? Well, I think I know better. See, in California, we did this. Oh, is that why people are pooping in the streets? We're not talking like little kids who like just had to go. We're talking regular adults. And so maybe the Democrat Party doesn't need a Potemkin village. Maybe their followers are so doped up on the drug of free stuff paid for by other people. They don't care. I guess that makes sense. I mean, homeless people, they're so afraid of work and so don't want to work that they'll live in miserable conditions before actually laboring. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you don't need Potemkin Village, but I'm thinking like it would help, get people like, well, why? I don't want Detroit. I don't want San Francisco. So maybe you come up, like, buy some property in the desert real cheap and just like, look, everything's perfect and happy. Yay. It's just like conservative places like Montana or the Dakotas or Texas where everyone's having fun, but there's no underlying production. We just have nice fascias, just fronts. See, are we all happy and living? All right, there we go. That's it. Questions, answers. AssleConsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.